Hi, this is Miniature Model Paul with an update, a next update starting. This will be the first little segment, and then there'll be enough one showing you how I do something. I was a bit sceptical about it first, about melting the PE, because it's quite a bit thicker. It's not like you're filling with thin stuff, so you have to bend it and anneal it to actually get to the bend and then put it in place. And what you end up with is something like this. And it's melted into the plastic. There's a little lip there, but I can actually put a bit of filler around it, and a little bit of filler or super glue or something like that. But it's not, most of it's going in, and I can sand that down as well because it's quite thick. That one's done as well. I've cleaned that off because I've got a P part for the little loop there, little circle. So, and this one's part H4, which has got that bar running through it. So it actually, when you put it in place, it actually replaces this bit here. It does clean the holes up quite nicely as well. So that's what I've done. Now that means that I'm looking at the what are they called? Looking at this and the other two pieces on there. These ones that go on the rear part, which is that bit and that bit, going on the rear part. I might be able to do them now by just altering this so it fits near to where that tail fin is anyway. So I'm going to be looking at that. So I won't be doing them until later, but I am actually going to look at that because I think it's a good idea. It does work. So this side is done now. I've cleaned up. I've got to do a bit more for some. That's all I do really, is go just a bit more like this. And it takes it down to nearly smooth. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing as I go. So you can see I've filled in a little bit around there. I actually moved off with the iron off the blade. So what you do is you basically got this up to about 440 or 50, depending on the bigger the piece, I think the hotter it has to be. And you keep touching it like this, holding it in place, and it melts down and the heat goes down through. Now when you initially start, you have to hold it and get it down first. Once you start it off, make sure it's lined up because you move it a little bit, and then carry on doing it all the way around heat, and it melts it and pushes down into the plastic. So it's not bad at all when it does that. Quite pleased with that in question. So it's been working, so I'll put that over there. That's cold anyway, so don't worry about that. So there you go. So I might be able to come in now and show you it a bit better so you can actually see what I've done, and I'll be coming in close for when I do it original. I think that's it. Yep, do that. So there you go. So this bit, I might do this as well. I can always break that bit out because it's only a bit in the inside, or trim it all off because I might have to trim it to do it. So, in fact, oops, it's a bit over there, so I'll look at that later. But yeah, I was on the other one. But anyway, you'll see when I do it because I'll show you at the end. But I'm quite pleased with that now. It does work, so it's going to take a little time, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. There you go. So, right, I'll see you next week when I'm actually showing you me melting one into the other piece actually. So, be back shortly. Well, for you anyway. Hi, we're back. And whoops, I'll do that so I've had a tissue. The old squeaky nose. Leaky nose, I should say. Right, I'm going to put that back on. So what we've got here is it's all set up, ready to do. And I've already annealed this, and I will do a bit of annealing later on to show you, but basically it's pretty straightforward with I use the old lighter. But what I've done is annealed it, and I've actually used the Dremel to open up that hole either side to make it so it actually gets, because these are slightly longer. And so that's been done, or this one was a bit quite a bit longer. And if I put that on there, like so, and what I do is I line it up with the actual weld seam that runs along the hole. Like that, and now you can see lubricant, and it's in a lovely position now. Now I've got to put me a soldering iron on, and I'll show you in a minute. It's going to go up. I've got to put it to 450. I'll put it about 450 because I think that's about the right height to start it off. Then I can just tap it around. I've got to make sure I don't go off onto the plastic at the side. If it does, I'll fill it up anyway, but it's only put a little heated hole in it. 450 is about it's been working quite well at that, so might have to be a bit higher with bigger pieces, but we'll find out when we do it. Most of the pieces are quite slow. Right, that's actually doing that now. So right, so what I can do now is I'll get this on. I've got to make sure I don't burn myself with it. I can show you this. I was going to move my camera around, but I can't see the point. So here we go. You're going to see this. This is what it is. It's on 450, as you can see, and there's my iron. I'm using my big one, not my little one. I've got this mini hole. I find this one's a bit easier to do. So what we've got to do now is this will start. Now I've got to make sure now I may actually come in the view in a minute. I don't know, but I think I go. So that's basically that. So I've got to get this like this, and if you hold your finger there, you'd lose a lot of the heat. That's what I've been finding. So, and it starts to melt in. So while I can smell the plastic warming up. Now that's basically there, and I check it now to make sure it's okay, which it is. And then I go to the other end. Oops, see, you'll see a bit of it come. It's quite funny, isn't it, when you do this? When I did it on my own. Make sure it's in the same place, yeah. Take my finger off it because it takes some of the heat away. I can see the plastic going down. That's it. Now I'm going to come out the other end. See it come off then, didn't it? See it melting down. Right, I'm going to leave that, put it back in there, turn this off, and then let it cool down. I'll put a bit of filler on that bit, so it's okay. But now if I just do a bit of sanding stick on it, you see what I mean? Is it still in shot? Yes. So all I do is this. With a rough one. That'll need a bit of filler there, that's not a problem though. And I will run a bit of super glue on the inside when I've done all these, just to give it a bit more oomph on the inside. But it seems to stay there. This end's got to go down more. So, got to put that back on. Shouldn't take too long to get up there. There you go, whoops, go down to 45. There you go. So, put that back in a minute. I've got to go down a bit lower that end, so I've got to push it further down. Right, it's got to the temperature. So we're back over again. I'm going to go back in with this. I want that on that tray. It's funny, when you do one on camera, it seems to not go so well. going down. It's going down. I can see it slowly. Put it back to 450. Turn it off. Taking it out of view, just to now I've got a bit more to do there. So I've got to do a bit more. It's funny, this is taking longer on camera than what it did before. So that's life, I suppose. Trying to film something. I should put some settings on this so that I can actually have them preset to what I want. But there you go, a bit hot. I'll just wait to see. Don't want to go too far with it, though, do we? It's pretty boring for anyone watching this, I think. Bit more. It's nearly there. Oh, it's still on camera. Pretty warm, I must admit, when I touch it, but there you go. Right, but that's how I do them. And there's a little lip there, but that's because it's gone melted there, so that's okay, because I'm going to fill that bit. And that's pretty smooth, so when I do with my sanding stick now, just let it go across. Well, there you go. and you can see, well, you can now. You can see basically where it is. There's a little dip there, but as I said, I'm going to put some filler in that, and that'll come okay. In fact, it's actually raised. Oh no, it's nice of this shape. No, that's okay. I can feel that, so that's no problem. Right, so that's how I've been doing this. So I'm going to call that quits now and carry on doing that one there, which is already been done as well. So if I show you, that's what this one goes on here. Oops, it's been annealed and all. That one goes on there, and it lines up with this bit here. So that's what I'll be doing next. So I'm going to see if I can make sure it's okay. And I think now you can see what I've done, and call it quits now. This will be the end of this little short update, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy modelling.